Hey there, these are LEGO Live builds, and this is the August stream compilation. Well, it all started about a few months ago when I first got my Starlink internet, and for the first time I was able to upload a signal off of this mountain and close to you. Traveling through space and time, we got it done. And there were a few hiccups during the first couple live streams, but I think we've gotten a little bit more comfortable since then. I'm going to take you through my overall August stream compilation, which was 20 days in a row, plus 2 more to top it off. Let's start off with the Justifier, set 75323. This happened on August 1st and 2nd. This was a great build, and as you can see, 6 hours, 49 minutes, and 39 seconds live streaming. We're going to take you through all of the builds and just show you how many hours I streamed for the entire month of August. It was quite an accomplishment for the channel as we reached a huge milestone of 1,000 subscribers. I thank you all who watch, and please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell for instant notifications. I am going live every week for at least a few days. We'll see what we can do about it. Now, as more review videos come out from this channel, we're just going to do a slight overview of these sets again and maybe talk about my experience while live streaming during these sets. One thing I really love to do is interact with the chat. So as many people as that are out there, you know what, when they come into the chat, I try to read every single one. Sometimes I fall behind, sometimes I just leave my build in a stagnant position for 20 minutes while I'm discussing topics with the viewers. But you know what, that is what I love to do. I'm not going for any record here of building in the fastest pace. I really just want to interact with those that are willing to enjoy this build with me. You know, some people come to the live streams and they do not buy the sets that I'm building, but they get a good idea of what the set is all about. And if I can at least spread that kind of knowledge, then that's kind of cool. There was a little comparison there, but let's just take a look here at the Justifier. 6 hours, 49 minutes, 39 seconds. That gives us a grand total of the amount I just read. So we're about 6 to 7 hours in so far. Let's move right on to the next build, which was the Sanctum Sanctorum, set 76218. This set has 2,708 pieces. This was a monster build. It did take a few days, 3 days to be exact. And if we look closely at floor 1, we can see the Freddy Krueger sweater, as we refer to the tile flooring as such. But very cool to get this build going. We notice all sorts of things as we closely look at this set over a long period of time. The staircase being way too close to the front door, but all sorts of little Easter eggs and other things made this set a beauty. With over 40 stickers, I can see some people loving or hating this set. Although I had no problem with the stickers, there were a few things I would have changed, but we'll save that for a more detailed review video. Again, this is an overview. What we're looking at is a camera slider that is slowly panning away as we get on to the next day, and floor 2. We start to get the details using all the fenders and the window pieces, just making this building kind of take a little bit more shape and having a little bit more character. The second floor was much different than the first floor. So as we get on to the third floor and the roof, we will see just how this build finishes out. This is a museum area. There were all sorts of special pieces, and it was very fun to interact with the chat and then figure out, were these pieces exclusive to this set? Had they been released in some other set before? There was a whole bunch of great things about this build, and it's one of my favorite modulars right now. Let's take another look. 14 hours, 32 minutes, 16 seconds, with a grand total of 21 hours, 11 minutes, 55 seconds. Let's continue on to the next build. This was the Ambush on Ferrix, set 75338. This was on the 6th of August, and this was the day that I was inducted into the YouTube Partner Program after almost 2 years of solid work, putting in all my time and effort into this channel. Finally, we reached a milestone for this channel. So happy that we have gotten here together. So as we continue on, we're just building another Star Wars set. A lot of people sort of had issue with this set and the price behind it, but I thought everything was right about this set. I love the build and the look of the ship from the get-go. Although I had a little bit of a problem while building it. The problem was that I was one stud off on my main cockpit, And so what it did is it extended the ship by one stud, and so things didn't quite line up. I was accusing the design of being poor at the time, but in reality I found my error through a comment later on that somebody noticed that my ship wasn't quite right. And so I went back and I fixed it, and I admitted the error of my ways. But let's take a look. 4 hours, 52 minutes, 34 seconds, bringing us to 26 hours, 8 minutes, 29 seconds. Here we go, moving on to the freight train. This was August 7th, the very next day. We decided to do this in one sitting, 1,153 pieces in just under 5 hours, you can see right there. This set to me was an enjoyable build, although I did feel that this train has an issue. The old cargo train, which came out before this freight train, had metal axles on the wheels, which allowed it to glide effortlessly across my table. The new addition of the plastic wheels that snap in have a little bit more friction, and the train does not roll as smoothly as the cargo train. But as we look into this build a little deeper, you can see that there are multiple cars. There are also a lot of tracks. I can't really get how these trains are priced so high. This was more expensive than the cargo train, which came out several years ago. This one just came out, though. I had to have it. They look like sister trains built in the same factory. I'm very happy about one looking more classic, the cargo train, and this one looking a little bit more modern. I do like how that one turned out. It was a great build. 4 hours, 58 minutes, 18 seconds, bringing us to 31 hours, 6 minutes, and 47 seconds. Moving right along now. This one's a huge one. August 8th. This is a big live stream. This was over 9 hours long. We did the Camaro Z28 1969. Check this out. The actual time comes in at 8 hours, 59 minutes, and 09 seconds. These are times that are not entirely accurate. I'm not sure why. Being a clock watcher, I noticed that this stream went over the 9-hour mark. However, YouTube processes the video and may just do something. I don't question these things. I want to keep my platform. Alright, so here we go. We're having a good time. We're just enjoying this build. The Camaro Z28, like all creator expert cars before it, this one is a beauty and one you should have in your collection. Now known as Lego Icons, I'm okay with that. Let's move forward. I took a poll in the beginning of the chat to find out which version I should go with. There were 3 options I could have had. I could have gone with the white racing stripes, the dark gray racing stripes, or the dark red racing stripes. I decided to go with the dark red. I was feeling that the interior and the stripes should match. Anyway, everything about this build was familiar. I've built several creator expert cars, and everything about this one was a joy. I hope that I may have influenced other people out there to get this for themselves. Overall, this was a 8-hour, 59-minute, and 9-second build on the clock. We're now over 40 hours for the month of August. Let's continue. August 9th. This was a short build. This was ObiWan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, 282 pieces, a set that I was very excited to build and very happy with the price point. Everything about a $30 set makes sense to me. All these adult sets are going way up in value, way up in price, and they're really hard to take in now. I really do like a nice simple build that I can get done in one sitting. It was a great day because I just wanted to keep the flow alive, keep live streaming consecutively, and we did. And so we did it at 1 hour, 59 minutes, 51 seconds. That brings us to 42 hours, 5 minutes, 47 seconds for the month of August. Continuing on, the next day I decided to build set 76911 Aston Martin DB5 Speed Champions. Boy, I love my Speed Champions. Another set that is just enjoyable, something you can get done in one sitting, something that you feel a great sense of accomplishment when you finish, and it looks great on the shelf. As I'm building slowly my Speed Champions collection, I'm just so happy to add this beauty into it. Now, there are some issues I do have with some of the stickering with this set. That I'll save for a review video in the future. However, overall the set means a lot to me, and I'm very happy to have finally seen this movie now. Here we go, 2 hours, 44 minutes, 16 seconds, which brings us to a grand total of 45 hours, 50 minutes, and 3 seconds. Moving on, 75336 Inquisitor Transport Scythe. This is an awesome set, 924 pieces. I'm not sure why I waited this long to build this set. 7 hours, 8 minutes, 47 seconds. This was a fun one for me. Every day I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm getting a little bit better at my craft, and that's all I could hope for. I just want to take this to another level, but one thing that's happening right now, one thing that I am noticing is that these everyday streams are leaving me stagnant with releasing video for the channel. I am a LEGO YouTuber, and I need to release LEGO content in video form. If I am constantly live streaming without putting out videos, I think I'm going to run into some issues. Alright, so here we are on day 2, rocking the Voltron shirt, and you know how I roll. This is calling out the future live stream event that will celebrate the 1,000 subscribers and the induction into the YouTube Partner Program, and that is coming later in this video. Hang tight. It was very cool with this set to get a new Grand Inquisitor. As you may be able to see off in the distance, I have the old Grand Inquisitor watching over the build. Sometimes I am marveled when I come across a set that has so many crazy angles all coming together into one place. Can you appreciate a LEGO build from a movie or series that you haven't seen yet? At this point, I had not seen the Kenobi series. I was just building up a black ship that looked similar to Kylo Ren's shuttle or a ship from the past. There was nothing tying me to the Kenobi series yet. But at 7 hours, 8 minutes, and 47 seconds, we are now at 52 hours, 58 minutes, and 50 seconds for the month of August. And we went the next day with a cool build. Speed Champion 76912, Fast and Furious 1970 Dodge Charger RT. 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 50 seconds on this live build. I'm not sure I know a single person that would take almost 3 hours to build a Speed Champion set. However, I did, because I was sharing the moment with you guys out there. The chat was awesome. There was so many chat messages on this one. It was a great, fun time. There's a community being started right now where people are starting to get to know each other just from the familiar comments and chat. This has been a great time, guys. I've been so happy to share these with you. Again, 2 hours, 42 minutes, 50 seconds, for a grand total of 55 hours, 41 minutes, and 40 seconds. On to the next one. We broke from the August wave. We decided to build a set that I wanted to build for a long time, set 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. This one took me 7 hours, 50 minutes, and 53 seconds. I did spread this out over 2 days of live streaming. I'm trying to figure out if there is a sweet spot to get the most amount of views in the least amount of time. Is that even possible? I don't know. But I'm trying to figure these things out because live streaming takes up 100% effort, if not more. There's so much going on during a live stream, so much prepping beforehand, and so much to do later on. Here's day 2 of the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. I am loving these minifigures. Some of my favorite minifigures for last year were these guys right here. I'm not sure why it took me a year to build this set. However, I was able to catch the entire season 1 of the Bad Batch, and that made all this very special to me. So having the ship now built, it's just great. So I definitely noticed a difference between this stream and the August Wave streams. I was getting more views during the August Wave because the sets were newer, obviously. 7 hours, 50 minutes, 53 seconds brings us now to 63 hours, 32 minutes, and 33 seconds. So getting back to the August Wave, we went with 71775 Nia's Samurai X Mech. And let me tell you, 5 hours, 40 minutes, and 25 seconds of mech building is exactly what I want to be doing with my time. There's going to be a lot more live stream incoming mechs into this LEGO room office. I cannot wait. This was part of the August Wave, a new set that I have been looking forward to for a long time. A new Ninjago Mech. Ninjago mechs are not spindly. They usually look pretty darn good, and there's going to be a lot more of these coming down the pipe, I tell you. These LEGO dolls are exactly what I want, standing strong on my shelving, let me tell you. I'm not afraid to call them that, and I've just had a good time enjoying the chat with everybody. You guys are my influencers. If you are part of these live streams and you are engaged in the chat, there is something that I take home from that affects and influences my future videos and my future live streams and everything like that. So thank you guys very much. This has been a journey, an experience, a mission to get live streaming going and live streaming steady. I try my best all the time to bring forward the best product I can to you guys, but sometimes it's just the internet that can get in the way. So here we are with a grand total of 69 hours, 12 minutes, and 58 seconds. Nia's Samurai X Mech was a memorable one for me. All right, now that we're on the dolls, let's go ahead and look back at BD1, set 75335. I am in the middle right now of Jedi Fallen Order, watching the cutscenes to learn a little bit more about this little droid, and so far it's been a great experience. I can't wait to finish that up. But for now, let's get into the build. This is a cool looking droid. It's going to look great in the future when I finally get to building my R2-D2 and other such sets. This is one of the first LEGO Jedi Fallen Order sets as far as I know. I think it's really cool that they are expanding into the game realm, and although I missed Jedi Fallen Order as a game on my PC, I am so happy to see the gameplay with the cutscenes. This is an over 3-hour, 40-minute video that has just everything you can absorb about this awesome game and storyline. The build was very straightforward, although the head is very wonky. It goes back and forth and all over the place. If it sits on the shelf, it's sitting pretty still and everything looks really good. Again, this set was released on August 1st, but I did pre-order this set. By this time, it had already been delivered to me and I was ready to build for this stream on this day. So overall, I found it to be a straightforward build that took some time for the legs, but no big deal. Here we go, 6 hours, 7 minutes, 57 seconds. This was a big one for this day. 75 hours, 20 minutes, and 55 seconds is where we're at. And here it is. Here's the ultimate 75337 Att Walker. This, I believe, is my favorite set for 2022 because I have wanted one of these walkers for a very long time. There are several different versions that have come out throughout the years, but finally one that I can afford and that's not retired and gonna cost a mint. But I'm so glad to get this. This set was supposed to come out on August 1st, but there was a major North American delay. From what I understand, the factory in Mexico left out a bag, not out of just a few sets, but out of all of them. They had to completely take everything back, probably scrap everything, and re-go at it. So in 2 weeks, this finally did come out, and I had pre-ordered this set on Target. So the pre-order date told me that I would receive this set within a few days after the beginning of August, so I went ahead and I ordered it. But it did get delayed. It got delayed until this day here. Basically, it arrived the night before and I was ready to stream the next day. Very happy to have gotten this set. I enjoyed the build very much. It was not very easy. It took much longer to build than the BD1 or Nia's X Mech. This build was a little bit more complex, but again, we had a very popular live stream on this day. A lot of people were wanting to see this build, and I don't blame them. So spending the extra time in the chat room and just chatting it up and enjoying this build together was what I really loved about this. The total elapsed time for this build was pretty long. We did it in one day for a total time of 8 hours, 8 minutes, and 22 seconds. We're now at 83 hours, 29 minutes and 17 seconds for the month of August. Here we go, 19 days in a row, set 75334, ObiWan Kenobi versus Darth Vader. And this set is basically 4 minifigs and a rock. And so that's how I felt actually at the end of the build. I was enjoying the build. I was enjoying the rock work and the lava going all around this build. I was enjoying it. I liked the minifigures that came with this set. That's the main reason why I pre-ordered this set. Now, as I kept going, as the build progressed, it was good. We had a fun time. We had new people to the channel that were making me do impersonations of ObiWan Kenobi and Anakin and all sorts of things. It was so fun and just wild. I'm going on 19 days in a row here, pretty much delirious at this point, but here we go. This was a not so long stream, 3 hours, 28 minutes, 24 seconds. We are nearing 87 hours now for the month. and here it is. This is the big day. Voltron, Defender of the Universe, Lego Ideas. This is the set. I can't believe that I even own it. This was the set that broke me out of the dark ages when I saw this available. At the time, I felt was right. It was about 2 Christmases ago, and I bought myself a Christmas present. I paid $100 over retail for this set. It had just retired not too long ago, and trying to attain this set now will put you way over twice the original price. There is so much nostalgia in this set. When I was younger, Voltron was the thing. For 2 years when it had its reign, that's almost everything people talked about. Sure, there were Transformers, there were other things out there, but Voltron seemed to be original. It was just what we wanted, and the 5 mighty lions that have to come together to form Voltron. This is the tallest Lego mech that exists right now. It is an amazing feat to be able to transform all of these lions and to make this mighty robot, as you see right here. It's one of my favorite built sets. 14 hours and 30 minutes was this live stream. We have now crossed the 100-hour mark for the month. This is an amazing feat. After 20 straight days, I needed a little bit of a break, but we came back to set 76908, the Lamborghini Countach. And if you did grow up in the 80s like I did, there was no cooler car than the Lamborghini Countach. This recent LEGO Speed Champions build was a very clever design. I was blown away on how they achieved the angles for the rear end of this vehicle. I enjoyed it. It was a good day to come back to relax a little bit and just do a smaller, more comfortable build. And check it out. Here we go. 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 41 seconds now brings us to 103 hours, 27 minutes, 22 seconds. And the next day, I couldn't wait anymore. It was time for set 76181, Batmobile, the Penguin Chase. This is another set that I built before watching the movie. Now I can say that I've seen the Batman, and I'm very happy with what I've seen, and this car means a lot more to me. I believe that this car has amazing mock potential. I'm already looking at this thing, wanting to tear it apart and just make it into a Mad Max V8 Interceptor. There's something about that theme that I would just love if LEGO jumped onto, but I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, I did enjoy this build. This vehicle sits up high in the back. It looks mean. It's got flame effects all over it. It really does represent the vehicle pretty well for a smaller build here. Now, this set priced out higher than most Speed Champion sets, and it does have quite a bit more on the Speed Champion sets, in my opinion. This was 3 hours, 31 minutes, 58 seconds. There we go, guys. 107 hours of live streaming in the month of August, over 22 days. This was a milestone that I wanted to reach for this channel. I appreciate everybody who was in on the live streams, and I can't wait to meet more of you in the future. Let me know what you think in the comments below. There's more to come. Please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.